Hi everyone. Today I'll be looking at common voice leading paradigms underpinning many jazz progressions and solos. Many jazz standards are constructed using only three main progression types, which are joined in various combinations to form the tune. These progression types are the perfect cadence, consisting of a dominant moving to a tonic chord, the extended perfect or 2-5-1 cadence, consisting of a supertonic preceding the perfect cadence chords, and the cycle of fifths progression, consisting of a series of chords partially moving through the cycle of fifths. In each of these progressions, the chord's root notes are separated by the interval of a fifth. In this video then, I will only discuss paradigms comprised of chords whose root notes lie a fifth apart. Voice leading in jazz essentially follows that of seventh chord progressions in classical music, which when used in traditional classical pieces are typically found at cadences. The three central characteristics of these progressions are: all parts typically move by step. This is true except for root notes of root position seventh chords, which move by leap. The seventh degree of one chord descends by step to the third of the following chord. This reflects the origins of seventh chords where the seventh degree was considered a dissonance and needed resolution. And the third of one chord is sustained or repeated to become the seventh of the following chord. Again, this reflects seventh chord origins where the seventh degree was prepared. In practice, there are exceptions to these characteristics. However, in a vast majority of cases, some or all will be present. Remember, the following paradigms are voice leading models which may have any of their degrees modified with accidentals to create major, minor, dominant, altered, or other chord types. The connection between seventh chords, third and seventh degrees creates an interlocking structure which can be seen in the following paradigms. The first is between seventh chords and root position. The second combines root position and second inversion seventh chords, and the final paradigm uses seventh chords in first and third inversion. Obviously, there are other seventh chord combinations. However, with each, the essential voice leading remains the same. In all these examples, notice that when a chord's root note is in an upper part, it remains in that part, becoming the fifth of the following chord. When seventh chords are inverted, therefore, all parts are sustained or move by step. Although this is also typically true for other extended chord types, as we'll see, there are exceptions. With ninth chord paradigms, the three central characteristics of seventh chord progressions remain. However, now the fifth degree is also sustained or repeated to become the ninth of the following chord. When inverted, the root notes must move as if in root position. If they are retained in the same part, the following ninth chord lacks a root note. Increasingly, as more extensions are added, a chord's root note, and often other chord notes, are omitted from the texture. In an ensemble setting, the bass or other instrument may supply the root note, allowing within the paradigm other voice leading possibilities to occur. For example, here, if the root note is omitted, all parts are now sustained or move by step. Root position 11th chords must contain a leap in an upper part if every chord is to contain an 11th degree. If, however, they are used in the following combination, each part is interchangeable, allowing various inversions to be used, with all parts moving by step. For root position 13th chords, the fifth is omitted in all, while every second chord lacks the fifth and 11th degrees and has a doubled root note. However, as with 11th chord paradigms, if every second chord includes its fifth, prepared by the preceding chord's root note, then all parts become interchangeable. In actual practice, aside from progressions of 7th and possibly 9th chords and progressions based on the cycle of fifths, finding an unbroken sequence of the same chord type is uncommon. Different chord types are used to form a tune's progression. These chords will all typically have as their basis the three central characteristics of 7th chord paradigms, with any further extensions typically moving by step as per the relevant paradigm for that chord type. Examples of this usage can be found underpinning melodies, solos, and progressions. For examples of paradigms underpinning melodies, please see my video Compound Melody in the Tunes of Real Book Standards. In this excerpt from Confirmation by Charlie Parker, the voice leading is expressed as a compound melody. The first two chords of this 2-5-1 progression move as per the first and third inversion 7th chord paradigm. Here, however, the E-7 flat 5's 5th degree is sustained to become the flat 9th of the A dominant 7th chord. The voice leading of the dominant to tonic follows a standard dominant 7th to tonic chord resolution, although here the dominant's root note is not included. Here the dominant 7th degree, along with chromatically ascending to the D minor tonic chord's 5th, also moves as per usual to the tonic's 3rd. Here in the final 2-5-1 cadence from Horace Silver's tune Silver's Serenade, the A-minor 7th chord's voice leading moves as per the root position 7th chord paradigm, with the 3rd and 7th of the A-minor 7th becoming the 7th and 3rd of the D dominant 7th chord. The voice leading of the D dominant also essentially follows that of the root position 9th chord paradigm. However, instead of its flat 9th descending to become the G tonic chord's 5th, it is sustained to become the tonic's 6th degree. Here also, in an excerpt from Song for My Father by George Benson, although the common motion of 3rd and 7th degrees is again present, the flat 13th both ascends to the 11th and descends to the 9th degrees of the final F minor 11th chord. Here then the texture is freely increased as required, although stepwise motion is still the norm. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.